start in a moment. Beautiful. Okay. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to another beautiful Shiur. Inyano Shel Moshiach. We will be discussing the concept of Mashiach. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the Shiur, please share this with others. Not only should this be shared, but everybody should find the sefer. It's in the thumbnail, Inyano Shel Moshiach. Look it up, and definitely learn it. Learn it yourself if you have time, and it should be, Baruch Hashem, it should be exciting. Anyways, so let's back. So Perek Rishon, we spoke yesterday, we gave an introduction and the general concept of Mashiach, of how we learn Inyano Shel Moshiach, how to do it. And today we are going to get into the things. Let me forward this link so other people can join. Let's get it to as many people as possible. And we will begin. Now, I was told that, being that it's a very interesting time, 2:30 East Pacific time, I don't know how many people are actually going to have enough time to join the share, but anybody that, can watch this at your time. Anyways, so let's begin. Perek Rishon, the first Perek, Rabbi Wolf. This is Inyano Shel Moshiach, written by Rabbi Shalom Dave Bar Wolf. Today, we are going to review the different methods of understanding the meaning of Yemos HaMoshiach. So what does the days of Mashiach mean? So let's start. Yemos HaMoshiach ve'Geulah, the days of Mashiach and Geulah Shlema, the complete redemption. Him sugya Shlema ve'ikris v'terasenu, it is a complete and fundamental subject in our Torah. And like everything in Torah, there is the deeper aspect, and then there is, within that aspect, goes even deeper. So, it's going to be very exciting how deep we can go. Mashma'uyos, gluyos, we have clear meanings. Mashma'uyos, pnimiyos, we have inner meanings. Mashma'uyos, pnimiyos, oidos, and then we can go even deeper to even deeper meanings. Kivun shekach efshar limtzai b'divrei hanavim v'chachamim tiurim sheinim. We're able to find, in the words of the prophets, in the words of our sages, different descriptions of the events of the days of Mashiach, u'biyurim sheinim, and different explanations l'mashmos shel beis HaMashiach, to the events, the meanings of the days of Mashiach, of the coming of Mashiach. What is the coming of Mashiach? What does that mean? Superficially, in the outside, it's possible to see that as contradictions. But the truth is that these are different levels and different concepts in general that do not contradict each other. They complete each other. They complement each other. Like the big foundation that the Rebbe taught many times. Just like God is one truth, so too the Torah, which is the wisdom that is unified with Hashem. He Torah's emes, it's the Torah of truth, the Torah achas, and it's one Torah, one singular Torah. For all the explanations and all the different opinions, that appear in the Torah, yesh leisyaches keishtakfus shel oisa emes. We have to see it as a reflection of the same truth. Betim shenim uverames shenes, different aspects and different levels, but all of it reflects the same truth. Similarly, in our topic, all the explanations with regards to the meaning of Yemos HaMoshiach, what's going to happen, the different levels or different aspects of the same thing. In this compilation, we will attempt to summarize and organize the things that are said about the events of Yemos HaMoshiach, PS HaMoshiach, and general Geulah Hashlema. The virus Inyano Shel Moshiach, to explain the revealed and the inner concept of Mashiach. We're going to try to go from the easier thing to the harder, from the exterior into the interior. But in order to do this composition of Nigla and Pnimius properly, we have to first know how to differentiate between the two, and to understand each of them individually. After that, we can find the unifying point, how they connect and how they complement each other. In this parak, we will present a general outline of the different opinions of the words of the Chazal b'negei le'inyan shel Beis HaMoshiach with regard to the concept of the coming of Mashiach, the Ketzad Shitis Elu, Mischabris and Mishlimis Zez, and how these opinions not only are not contradictory, but how they complement each other and how they complete each other. And these things that we are about to lay out, the general outline, will act as a foundation to go delve deeper and to broaden our perspective in the later parakim. After we delve deep, it will be clear that according to all opinions, the days of Mashiach is a situation, is a state where the Jews and the entire world will reach to its ultimate perfection that is possible. In this itself, there are different avenues of getting there. What is the true completion of the world? And with that, there are different descriptions of the completion of the world in the days of Mashiach. We can separate these into three general categories. Number one, there's the explanation of the Rambam according to the wisdom of Chakira. Shleimus Habariya. What is the completion of creation? Is when people will recognize and feel in their minds the greatness of Hashem. That's number one. Number two, Tirani Halchasi. Tachlis Abriya, what's the ultimate of creation? His Galus Malchusa Yizbarach B'chol Ha'olam is to reveal the kingship of God in the world. And this will be done through fulfilling mitzvahs. It's not through intellectual understanding. Specifically when you nullify your intellect and you just fulfill mitzvahs in a way of accepting the yoke of the kingship of Hashem. That's number two. So the first one is haskaladik. It's in your mind. It's intellectual grasp and intellectual recognition. The second one is more to be mevatel, to completely nullify that and to just fully engulf yourself in the kingship of Hashem. And number 3, Bir Chasidi. Now we'll get into the Hasidic explanation. Tachlis Abriya, what is the purpose of creation? Is Liyos Lo Yizbarach Dir B'Tachteinim. God should have a dwelling place down here. Sha'akadosh Baruch Hu Atzmai, God Himself. What we're not able to grasp in our minds at all, Kavayachol, should Yodur V'Yisgale B'Chol Atzmosei Kan Ba'olam, should live, whatever that means for Hashem, and should be revealed in Hashem's entire essence down here in this physical world. So those are the 3 things. Well, if we move on now, we can understand. We have 3 ways, we have 3 options on how we can explain the events, the special events that will be by Yemos HaMoshiach, that, again, like we said, everybody agrees Yemos HaMoshiach is when the world will reach its ultimate perfection and the purpose. Yemos HaMoshiach, so according to Rambam, the Yemos HaMoshiach Yedias Hashem Takif Es Kol HaEnushos, the knowledge of Hashem will grasp all human beings. Everybody will reach the recognition, sichlis, to an intellectual recognition, in God's essence and God's greatness. Like the prophet says, the other will not tell each other to know Hashem, because everybody will know me. That's what the prophet says. As the Rambam finishes off, that the world will be filled with the knowledge of Hashem. That's the first. That's the days of Mashiach, according to the Rambam. Number 2, Yemos HaMoshiach, these are 3 ways that the events of Mashiach is going to be expressed. So that's number 1. Number 2, Yemos HaMoshiach, Tizgale Malchus Yizbarach B'Chol HaOlam HaKol Yavdu. In the days of Mashiach, God's kingship will be revealed in the entire world, and everybody will serve the Hashem and will fulfill the mitzvahs. Like it says, Hashem will be king over the entire land. And number 3, Yemos HaMoshiach Yizgale HaKadosh Baruch Hu B'chol Nechchosav Ba'olam Hazeh Kenamar V'lo Yechanef Oid Mariecha. Pirush, what does that mean? That there will be no more hate. Shelo Yizkasim Imcha B'chnaf Levush V'hayu Einecha Reyes Mariecha, and we will be able to see the fear of Hashem. B'kfish Yizbar B'chol Kfish Yizbar Chol Zeh B'pratis Tekaman B'ezes Hashem. We will explain all of this B'ezes Hashem Yizbarach as we get further. Tachlis Habriya Yedias Hashem. So now let's go to what is the purpose of creation, and according to the Rambam, we'll start with the knowledge of Hashem. Rambam testifies what's his way? How does he teach? To bring together, to unify the Torah and the intellect. What is he talking about? The muskal, the intellect, to the laws of nature, and the chachma of chakira, philosophia, and the philosophers. This he speaks in the sefer of Meir Nevuchim. Wow, it's really bad quality. Comment if you see bad quality. Why is it such bad quality? You know what? It's minute time, I guess. Okay, I'll have to continue. Baruch Hashem. That happens. Let's see. Chavre, I think I figured it out. Let me know if the quality commenting if you have any questions, if you have any corrections I should make, let me know, because that will be very helpful. Oh, that didn't help anything. Let's see if it got better. Oh, Baruch Hashem, Chavra. Welcome back. Better than ever. All right. So the Rambam that's his point. He's trying to do this. Basically, this she'ifa that the Rambam has, he has this perspective that he's trying to do this. And with that, it expresses itself throughout the Torah. Even though Moreh Nevuchim is really the thing that, that really expresses this concept of trying to put together the Torah into the philosophical verter, and to be able to understand it philosophically. But it expresses itself in many places. Back to Musay close Lepirish Mishnah. The general introduction, the Rambam, to the Pirush Mishnah, the Rambam writes, through the meditations of the natural Metzius, it's clear that it's one complete set that has levels, one on top of each other, that support each other. And all together, they are intended and they complete one matara, one goal. According to this, the Rambam explains that the purpose of all the creations in the world of and what is their completion, is to serve man. And what is the purpose of a man in his completion? When he generally deals and toils in wisdom, and specifically, what does that mean? It expresses itself in knowledge of Hashem. What is the lashon of the Rambam? I'm not going to read the whole thing, but that's the point. What is a complete man? Complete man is included wisdom and action. Fine. So continuing with this foundation, what is the doing of the Torah, of the mitzvahs of the Torah? That every single mitzvah that the Torah commands has a benefit for the person and for creation. It distances a person from bad deeds and bad opinions. And it brings him closely to the true completion of good actions, and proper opinion and proper thoughts. That to the ultimate truth, a recognition of the Metzias of Hashem and to Hashem's oneness, unification. However, being that the soul of a person is connected to a body, the body limits its understanding. And it's not possible to reach such understanding, such recognition. Only after the soul is separated from the body after death, then a person can reach the true recognition, the true understanding of the Metzias of Hashem. And this is the completion and the true pleasure that a person is able to aspire to. That all other pleasures are like naught in front of it. And this is what the Rambam says is Olam Habah. Chazal speak about the Velashon and Rambam Hilchos Tshuva. What is the Rambam read in Hilchos Tshuva? The hidden, the good that is set aside for tzaddikim, is the life of Olam Habah. It's life with no death, and good with no evil. Has no body and no coarseness. It's the souls of tzaddikim without a body, like the angels. So has the first A Chachamim said, "Ha'olam haba ein bei lo yachil v'lo yishtia v'lo yitashmish al tzadikim yoshim v'treseim v'shem v'nen v'ziv v'shchina." All right, we're not going to go through the whole thing, but the point is that according to the Rambam, a person's matara, the goal of a person is to recognize and to get this in their mind, understanding of the Metzias Hashem. And when is that possible? It's only possible in Olam Habah, and that's why a person desires Olam Habah. This is what it means, the reward of Torah that the Torah promises, the reward of mitzvahs that the Torah promises, that it should be good for you and you should have extended life. What is the explanation? The Chazal explained the kavana is for a world that's complete good, and a world that is long. The Rambam writes that what is such a world is, this world is a world of souls, that there's only pleasure, everlasting pleasure without disturbance. All the promises of Torah on the physical rewards in this world, this week's parsha, and I will give the rains in its time. The Rambam writes, that's not the purpose for themselves. It is a middle man. The reason why God is giving you these rewards, these physical rewards, is as a way, a vehicle to bring you to a point where you could fulfill mitzvahs and you can learn Torah and you can engulf your entire mind and your entire time into knowing Hashem pleasantly without any problems. Through this, a person comes closer to his true completion, which ultimately he'll only get in Olam Habah. This is the true reward. And we're not going to read the Rambam's Lashonos, but I highly suggest everybody goes to the Rambam, the beginning of Perek Tes and Hilchos Tshuva. Well, the Fiza, and according to this, the Rambam continues and he explains with regards to coming of Mashiach, which is essentially part of the same thing, which is the way to merit the life of Olam Habah. And what does the Rambam say over there? Being that we are learning in Inyano Shel Moshiach, we are learning about Mashiach. We'll read this. When Yemos HaMoshiach. It's interesting. And because of this, all the Jews, their prophets, and their wise men desired for such a time of the days of the Melech HaMashiach. That they will be no longer under the evil ruler of the Goyim, that do not allow the Yidden to learn Torah and to be completely fulfilled in mitzvahs properly. They will be more, calm, and they will increase in their wisdom. They can merit for the life of the world to come. Because in those days there will be increased in knowledge and the wisdom and truth. Like it says that the world will be filled with the knowledge of Hashem. A person will not teach each other. And it says that I removed the heart of stone from your flesh, because there's going to be a king. Very important. David. All of this is possible because there's going to be a king that is going to is going to come from the descendants of David HaMelech. He is a Baal Chachma, he will be wiser than Shlomo HaMelech. V'Navi Gadol, who Karav L'Moshe Rabbeinu, he's going to be a great prophet, nearing the greatness of Moshe Rabbeinu. And therefore, Yelamed Kol Ha'am, he will teach the entire nation. V'Yoda Eisem Derech Hashem, he will show them. He will guide them in the ways of Hashem. And all the nations will come to hear from this king. שנאמר והויה באחרס הימים נכן יהיה הר הבית השם בריש ההרים וסוף השכר כולו והטבע האחרים שאין לו הפסק ולא יגרעין הוא חי עולם הבא. What's at the end of the line is the world to come, the life of the world to come. אבל ימי המשיח הוא העולם הזה ועולם כמינוין הילך. What is the days of Mashiach? The days of Mashiach is this world and the world that is going to continue in its path. What's the only difference is that the rulership, the kingship is going to return to the Jews. The first wise people, the first Rabbanim already said, Now let's wrap it up. Let's summarize. We learned a few things. Aleph, Inyano Shel Moshiach. What are the concepts of Yemos HaMoshiach? Number one, generally, it's going to be increase in wisdom, knowledge, and truth. Specifically, Livnei Yisrael, specifically, it's talking about the Yidden that it's going to be increased, that they've been suffering in Geulah until now. And in the time of Mashiach, they will find tranquility and they will increase in wisdom. But then there will only be physical abundance. Everything that we're getting in abundance is not the purpose for itself. It's only, what is its purpose? Its purpose is to get you to a higher place, which is the abundance of wisdom, like we explained before. The Rambam explains what is the Demus HaMelech HaMashiach. Mashiach hu shleimus hachachma ha'enushis. Mashiach is the completion of the human knowledge. Kanal, like we said, she'oisei hamelech sheyamin mizera David baal hachachma yiyeh yosem yishleim v'navi gadol is going to be a very wise man and is going to be a big prophet who karev le'Moshe Rabbeinu. Ukavir Rambam m'komis achidim, like the Rambam writes in other places. In Hilchos Yesodei Torah, Perek Zayin, shenevuah hi gam inyan shel chachma v'seichel. What's nevuah? Prophecy is also something of wisdom and knowledge. Shefa shel chachma, al-yena, hashura, hashayra al ha'adam sherei lekach mitzad chachmas shalei, which is from the great wisdom of Mashiach, tushba chachma l'chol ha'noshais. It'll be drawn down the chachma to all the people. That the increase of wisdom that we get is because Mashiach is going to teach us. Not only us, but also all the goyim, and everybody will be there. Gimel, so that's number two. The Rambam describes who Mashiach is, or describes an attribute of Melech HaMashiach. All of this, Yidiyas Hashem, Shtibes Mashiach, the knowledge of Hashem that will be in Yemos HaMoshiach, Adayin Inyan Tachlis Achrin is very, very interesting. I'm just getting this now. This is Pashat amazing. Adayin Inyan Tachlis Achrin. This is not the purpose, the ultimate, the final purpose. Elarak Emtsai V'Tachna B'Derech L'Shlemus V'Tachlis Amitis V'Olam. And this is a way, sort of a vehicle, to get you to the ultimate completion, the true completion, which is Olam Habah. Kikana, like we said, because like we said before, because to really truly get Hashem's knowledge, it's only in the Olam of Neshamis. According to Rambam, even after Tchias HaMesim, meaning the whole thing, even after we come back into Neshamis Begufim, meaning in this physical world, nevertheless, we're still going to have a period after that where the Neshamis are going to be removed from the body, separated from the body, and they will reach their resting place and their completion that is everlasting in the worlds of neshamis. And in a similar vein, the Rambam explains what does it mean to desire for and to expect the days of Mashiach? Like, because according to what we said, shukas hachachamim v'aneviyim ilchei olam haba. What This is amazing. וגם התשוקה שלהם למעשה המשיח היא רק למצוא להגיע עד לעולם הבא כנ"ל. So we'll end this with this, but it's very exciting. The Rambam says over here that let me get the words. Why are the Chachamim and the Gedolim and Bechal, why are Jews, why do we want so much Yemos HaMoshiach? So it says over here, and they will have and why is Yemos HaMoshiach the times where we're going to have Tar B'Chachma? We said before, because Mashiach is going to come. Mashiach being a Baal Chachma and a Navi Gadol, he's going to teach. Mashiach is going to teach all the Jews. Mashiach is going to, and also the nations, the Goyim will come and also learn. But what's so special about the Yemos HaMoshiach is that there's going to be Tar B'Chachma, there's going to be a riboy of where does it say? Deya, Chachma, and Emes. There's going to be an abundance of knowledge, wisdom, and truth. And the reason why they want so much Yemos HaMoshiach is because then we are going to be able to spend our time learning and spend our time getting to know Hashem in order to ultimately be able to reap the reward of Olam Habah. This is crazy. This is like wild stuff. And obviously, you know, we'll leave off with this food for thought. Like just think about it for a second and contemplate it. We want Yemos HaMoshiach, we want the days of Mashiach, not for it itself, but rather this is according to the Rambam, so let's not get ahead of ourselves a little bit over here. But it's just to think about it, what the Rambam, in his mind, the whole thing was in order to get to Chai Olam Habah, to a place of Olam HaNeshamais. And Yemos HaMoshiach, the reason why we need the days of Mashiach is because right now, not right now, but in Golos, when we were Pashat, there was a persecution to learn Torah and mitzvahs, and like the Rebbe pointed out very interestingly that until recently, when the Rebbe says this, the Rebbe says until recently, there is Pashat. There were shmades, there were laws in the books, and there was an implementation of laws that Pashat made it very, very hard, made it difficult to learn Torah and to fulfill basic mitzvahs. So why do Chachamim and Bnei Yisrael Bechlal, why do the Yidden want Yemos HaMoshiach? Because then we're going to be able to learn Torah and fulfill mitzvahs b'derech menucha, in a mirgoa, right, in a calm way, in order to increase our knowledge. I'm saying it a bunch of times. It's just so beautiful. Anyways, so we'll end there, and Mitzvah Hashem, tomorrow we will continue. Tomorrow is Friday, and Baruch Hashem, Shabbos starts a little later, so we'll do a little Tayameh Chaim Zachu on Shabbos. Thank you. Please make sure to like the video, share this video, subscribe to the Greeting Mashiach YouTube channel. The way I basically am going to do it is every day there's going to be a shiur, and then on Sundays there's going to be the podcast. I suggest everybody do both, listen to the podcast and also tune into the shiur, learn, get the sefer. Forgot where I bought it, but I definitely suggest everybody get the sefer. If not, I'm going to try to find the PDF and post it in the description below. And yeah, let's get us to the finish line. And I'm sure the Rebbe's perspective is that now is Tachlis HaKavana. Well, we're going to reap the rewards now, and many places it talks about how it has to be in Neshamas Begufim Dafke, Chaim Nitzchim, here, not in another place, but here. So Taka should happen. We should have this Galus of Melech HaMashiach, the Rebbe Melech HaMashiach. We'll see you all Be'ezer Hashem Yisbarach tomorrow